Hello, Jody Wolf. You're watching EXPOZ on April 8, 2011, and 9:22 p.m. in Birmingham, Alabama. Topic: I just did a vision, a dream, prophecy of the future, and I want to go back and tell you about a couple of things that I want to relay back to you so that you'll know I'm not a nut, and then tell you a couple things that I did not say. There's so much I didn't say, and I couldn't do it. I mean, it'd take me a day. But I'm gonna hit a high point. I told you about the town or the place called Tob. You can find that in the Bible. It is a real story, and it was a real place, and it's in Judges 11:5, and part of it Judges 11:1 and 2, and then Judges 11:5, and then you can jump over and Judges 11:30 and 31. So pretty much Judges in chapter 11, and then in Matthew 22, 29, and 30, and then so it's there. It's not a made up place. It's a real place and a real story and a real name. And the gentleman, Jephthah, Jephthah. I don't know. There it is, right there. If you look that up, that's the story, and that's all about his place. Describes a vision that we'd have of heaven. And but anyway, let me get on to something else. What I didn't get into were the fallen angels and the aliens. They're probably one and the same. They're all one and the same. But there are so many different kinds. I don't know. The ones I know of are the fallen angels that came to earth before the flood and mated with women, our women on earth, and the offspring were Nephilim. They, of course, didn't get destroyed in the flood. They went on away. So they're still there. But it's the corruption on earth and the DNA that was widespread throughout earth. So that's destroyed most of it. Anyway, the Nephilim still live. They're still there. They're still doing the work. A lot of people think that when you hear of abductions, that you hear, or that it's actually the Nephilim taking the seed of a woman, breeding her, and removing the seed at a later date, and that they're breeding that seed or creating something with that seed with maybe their offspring. I don't know. It's my guess. It's crazy. I know it, but these are real things, and I'm gonna tell you where to find them. They talked about fairies, real fairies. Talked about orbs, friendly ones and not so friendly ones. Mostly they're little balls of energy. Talking about light, of broad light of sheer energy that could be angels and that probably are angels. And a lot of interesting things happen. But I want you to do this. Please go prophecyinthenews.com. One word, prophecyinthenews.com. 90% of what I told you on the previous blog, you can see it here. Read it, find it, see it for yourself, and prepare to be blown away by what you see. I saw things there that I never thought I would see before. And but I want to tell you one story about one gentleman that I saw, and I will give you his name at another time. And I don't know how to explain this, but I'm gonna do my very best. Please bear with me. He did the thing called The Watchers. He did a show or a movie or something called The Watchers. I'll give his name. Yeah, here it is, and it's not a biggie, but you can look him up, and it's L.A. Marzulli, Marzulli, I mean L.A. Marzulli. Read up on him. I read a tremendous story that kind of really, I don't know what to think of it. Either he was telling me that someone that he interviewed was approached or talking to or had a vision or a dream of someone else. This someone else apparently had to be on the dark side. Satan, or an alien. But what this person did, and it was a documented thing that he wrote down. And look, strange things happen. They really happen. And momentarily, before I get back into this, I want to tell you one more thing. The cattle mutilations, crop circles, and they're real. Some of them are pranks. Most are real, because the absolute design they can't do here. It'd take a team of people a while, and so they're real. These crop circles, cattle mutilations. When they find them, there's no tracks leading to them. Even the cattle tracks themselves doesn't show up. The cow just like it's picked up from one place and dropped on another spot. It's a surgical laser cut. All the blood's been removed. Certain parts of the cow's been removed, and it's dropped back into place. But it's never, there's no tracks leading to it. And of the thousands and thousands of documented cases, how come no one has been caught doing it? Not one has been caught doing it. And another, what they haven't told you were there are human mutilations as well in the same manner. A man told his wife, he got on his four-wheeler, said, look, I'm going to go look at this little place, set up and get ready to hunt there tomorrow. I'll be back in 2 hours. 4 hours later, she called the cops. He wasn't there. The search party went out. Never found him, but the next day they found a shoe 50 feet up in a tree. 3 days later, they found his body not far away, and he had been mutilated. Didn't have a drop of blood in him. They would not tell the family all the details. They just gave his body back in a steel welded casket. But there's one documented story that tells a complete story on how the man looked, and it's Mazzilli. You can find out through him. But the story I was telling you quickly, this something, man, looked like a man, I don't know, was talking to somebody else, and they were questioning this person of their, just who are you anyway? And he sits there and he points, and all of a sudden there's a fly buzzing around. He points at the fly, stops in midair, freezes right there, doesn't drop, doesn't move. He said, I know the DNA of that fly, and I know where that fly is 24 hours a day until it dies. He said, what more do you think I know about you? That was pretty much all that was said. This is scary. We do not know what's coming, but I do not want to be left on this earth at the beginning of the tribulation. I believe in a pre-trib rapture, and I believe that I'm going to be out of here. God says, I will keep you from that terrible hour. He said it, and I believe it. So, y'all get ready. Make your amens with the Lord and get out of here. Jody Wolf, EXPOZ.